In Tick-Tock Town, where time's measured down to the millisecond, the Time Bureau saves 1 extra second each leap year. This second is so light it could rest on a dragonfly's wing without slowing its flight, and so gentle it could slip between 2 heartbeats without being noticed. By tradition, this second goes to whoever in town needs a little more time the most. So a new mother can kiss her baby. So a traveler can finish saying goodbye before the train pulls away. So someone hesitant can find their courage just in time. But this year, the extra second disappeared. Stranger still, tiny ripples in time started appearing all over town. The baker kept getting orders in that final minute before closing. Students always ran out of time with one last line to write when the bell rang. Even cherry blossoms froze mid-fall, creating a pink floating garden in the air. The time manager searched every page of the second-hand almanac and discovered the second wasn't stolen. It had hidden itself. It was tired of only being needed as a fix. 10-year-old Shun found the clue. She was born able to see the threads of time, and now she watched silver specks floating through the streets. They were moment dust, fragments of the shattered extra second. She followed the brightest speck to the restricted section of the town library and found the second curled up inside a book of poems nobody borrowed, disguised as a period. "Why are you hiding?" Shun whispered, afraid of scaring it away. The second rippled across the page. "They only look for me when I'm useful. But I wanted to see what I could become when I'm not needed." So Shun didn't report it. She started collecting the moment dust, not to piece the second back together, but to scatter it in unexpected places. In the third retelling of an old man's story, giving the memory an extra glow. In the eyes of a daydreaming child, making flowers of imagination bloom in the blank spaces. Even in the last wisp of steam before coffee goes cold, letting that lonely scent linger, just a moment longer. Amazingly, these fragments started to grow. They were no longer an extra second. They became unmeasured eternity. The old man who told the same stories found new details blooming in his memories. The daydreaming child began drawing creatures that didn't exist but felt real, and around the rim of cold coffee cups, rainbow-colored sugar crystals formed. When the Time Bureau finally came looking, Shun opened the poetry book. The second had spread into starlight filling every page, each point of light reflecting some gently stretched moment from around town. The director stood stunned for a long time, then closed the book and said, "Maybe we need to rethink what useful means." Now Tick-Tock Town keeps its time ripples. The bakery's last minute every day became the miracle hour. That edge of time state before students turn in tests got called the inspiration edge, and Shun became a moment cultivator. The moment dust she grows comes in little bottles labeled, "Scatter this where there's no rush." As for that original second, it still shows up whole sometimes, always when people forget to check their watches. Quietly, invisibly, giving something beautiful about to be missed, just the tiniest boost. Like right now. In that extra breath you just took after finishing this story, there might be its shadow scattered